5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I know I be getting fed up, but something in me telling me don't give up. Something greater inside me that won't make me tired. No, I ain't in this myself, no. Greater is he that's within me. It's in him I'll never lose. I'll never lose. This I know, yeah. Can you say yeah, yeah, if he's with you? Yeah. Can you say yeah, yeah, if he's with you? Yeah. He won't ever leave. He won't ever leave. Take it from the king. With that being said, ain't no reason to be fed up. Ain't no reason to be fed up. Why would I even stress about anything or any season for any reason? Most times the reaction is no reaction. You know it's a blessing in every lesson. Hola, hola, yeah. Problems try to play your mind. You've been having some sleepless nights. You want everything to be alright, be alright. Yeah, God said depend on me. Need a shoulder you can lean on me. High key, that's a guarantee. Can you say yeah, yeah, if he's with you? Yeah. Can you say yeah, yeah, if he's with you? Yeah. He won't ever leave. He won't ever leave. Take it from the king. With that being said, ain't no reason to be fed up. Ain't no reason to be fed up.
Yeah, guys, this is Roger on the Lift Show doing my thing. As I said, let me just make sure I press on all these record buttons. I got too many record buttons around me right about here, but I'm just like working on my craft here with, you know, a little bit of Phil Djay, the Fed Up tune. I am officially, guys, like, you know what, I am, so flip camera, we're going to set the center camera, right. By the way, before we go, who is this guy on the show? He can't just do no presenting stuff, man. You got Roger Moore here, just a dude doing things in the gospel industry for a good few years, you know. But you know, I'm a big man as well, you know. And I just turned 44 the other day, and I am fed up. I am fed up. Yo, officially, this show, I'm fed up, guys. You know what I mean? You know, I'm just fed up of we're here again. You know, talking about race and color. People ignoring it. You know, we'll get to heaven. There's no colors. People ignoring it, saying we can't say the Bible is a non-white book. And that's our people saying that. You know, it's a mixture. You know, listen. My goodness sake, find the white in the Bible, you know what I mean? Like, as Dulcie said, you know, a few weeks back, man, you know? And that's no disrespect, that's just a reality, you know? You can't have a novel based in Congo and says, oh, it's going to be pure white, you know? And it just doesn't work like that, you know? And I'm saying it was in the Congo, the Bible times, but, you know, it's just, you know, let's talk rational, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk real, you know what I mean? And I'm just annoyed, guys, because I'm staring at my sons, you know? If you check me out on Roger Moore UK, Instagram, I put a picture of me and my sons up there, and I'm like, yo, I'll get to tell my sons what my dad told me. You gotta work 3 times harder than anybody else. Why, Dad? Because you're black. Like, because I'm black, I have to work 3 times harder. And you want to say about heaven? Come on, man. Yo, guys, like this thing has to close out. But anyway, before you gonna have Roger just kind of like unguarded. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah. But you know, as you can see from the cover of this issue, we're gonna be like, you know, you see the promotion's gonna be see me wearing my car carney clothes, you know, from back in the day. And I'm going, hold on a second, let's stop by a minute. How come we weren't supporting this business all this time, black people? Yes, I said it. Why weren't we supporting these guys over the years? Why did they disappear? Is it we don't own it, trading channels, or I don't know. But anyway, guys, before we go into any more deepness of part of the show, we're gonna play some tunes before we get to the heavy stuff. We have a conversation between myself and Wisdom, you know what I'm saying? Both big men in the industry, both come through the same times, and one's in London, you know, and one's in Birmingham, you know what I mean? And both totally different background. I'm a church boy, and Wisdom didn't really start off in the church, but either way, you know, we in the same position. We're looking out there trying to explain to our children what's next, but you know, that's the way it works out. But anyway, my boy Paul Russell's coming with a chat called fourth time FaceTime for GLT, and it's jiggle with the tune anyway. So, but let me just take things from the top anyway. So, because I love my boy Paul Russell anyway. So yeah, but let's prep up. I gotta prep up for the show and hopefully get this Zoom life going on anyway. So people on Insta, Periscope, Facebook, SoundCloud, Mixer, whichever way, even the podcast if you're looking to, guys, great things are going to be happening very soon. I'm going to be announcing some absolutely craziness media platform wise come, I believe, in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So get ready. We're going to be extra. Trust me, guys. We're going to be extra, man. Listen, some Paul Russell, my boy Paul Russell. This is how we do it. FaceTime. Yo, summertime's here. Barbie music. This is how we do it. Paul Russell. Vibing along. I'm going to have my birthday cake now.
In and out of this FaceTime like all night. Acting like it wasn't your Wi-Fi when it's not mine. You ain't been in my zip code in a long time, and your friend said I was the wrong guy, but you forgot why, so it's alright. I ain't saying that I need you back. If you was right here, baby, then at least I could reach you back. I ain't saying that I need you back. If you was right here, baby. If you was right here, if you was right here. You tell Alexa to play me. I know from your roommate, the short one is crazy. I came in a Uber, but it's a Mercedes. I gave you a month and you gave me a maybe. And maybe I missed it, or maybe you did. You call me your baby, you up in my crib. You snapping in photos like it was a drip. But they go on your story, but never your grid. So come on. I ain't even tripping about that no more. Ain't afraid to hit me right back no more. You ain't gotta see my Zodiac no more. No, no, no. You been steady blowing up the spot though. You just try me out like gelato. No, no, but it's cool, we in and out of this FaceTime like all night. Acting like it wasn't your Wi-Fi when it's not mine. And you ain't been in my zip code in a long time. And your friend said I was the wrong guy, but you forgot why, so it's alright. I ain't saying that I need you back. If you was right here, baby, then at least I could reach you back. I ain't saying that I need you back. If you was right here, baby. If you was right here, if you was right here. You still be frontin' telling me you on the way. You ain't even got your jeans on. And you still be starting stuff and cropping at the foolery before you send a screenshot. And they gon' ask if you a fun time, a one time, a plus one, or a D1. But we've been through a lot of trials and was praying that this one right here isn't a free one. I ain't got no service in this parking garage or parking a spot that's arguably wrong. You're partly alarmed or start to get on like if love is a drug, it's hard to be on, it's hard to be off. I'm writing that down for part of a song. And holy moly, what you do to me. One day you gon' put the you up in my eulogy. I hit your phone and never work until it's you and me. Cause you know you don't wanna bring it till it's jewelry. Nah.
Paul still there, still, you know me already. Keeping it legit with UK gospel, not quality control, guys. Quality control. But I am going to, guys. I'm gonna flip over to. Hopefully, the technology will work for me. I'm gonna be going over to start this conversation with brother Wisdom. Still, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna set two things up on my system, and this is how we're gonna do it. Hopefully, enjoy the track called FaceTime from Paul Russell. And don't mind me, Wisdom. I'm just enjoying some herbal tea and my birthday cake. You know what I mean? You know that healthy mix. You know what I mean? So he's smiling there. So let me just see. Say hello for us, bro. Let me see if I got some audio.
What's up? You still eating that birthday cake?
Bro, like, look at this. Bro, look at this.
Not like a week and a half ago.
Bro, like, yo, bro. You know when you got the rum actually makes it last a week and two. You know what I mean, bro? You know, it's the only time man can have alcohol. You know what I mean, and go to heaven. You know what I mean? It's there for its real purpose.
Medicinal purposes.
Yeah. It helps. It helps me prepare for when my heart rate starts to go a bit high. And this conversation and my heart rate might go high, so I need to relax, bro. You know what I mean? So, but let me just make sure you're all plugged in. Go. Let me switch over to. That's fantastic. We can see.
I have to say, I'm in a room where like the sun is blazing through the window.
Bro, it's perfect, so, bro. Like, no, it's in your face, bro. That's what they say in FaceTime. They say, yo, as long as the sun shines in your face, we're good. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just worried that I might melt halfway through this conversation.
Oh, so don't worry. Don't worry. The sweat will be the interrogation part. Yeah, still, yeah, bro. But listen, bro, you know, first and foremost, to say what's up, man. You know what I mean? And, you know, I can see you kind of going back to work. So, you know, his whole 80s vibe, 90s vibe, I kind of like, you know, he's hitting him now at the moment with them Magnum glasses. But you know, guys, like, you know, a lot of things has happened, bro. You know what I mean? And it's still happening. You know what I mean? Last time we spoke about COVID lockdown. And we're just like, yo, let's get through this, man. You was in your yard, COVID lifestyle. Let's look at how we get things creatively. And then, now, we don't want to go into conspiracy theories because we don't end up talking about the New World Order, yeah? This is not this is Illuminati and who's working for them, who's not working for them. This is not the conversation, you know what I'm saying? But somehow we ended up from one crisis to another. And this crisis, I have to be blatant about this, guys, yeah? 15 years ago, might not have even reached the news. 10 years ago, wouldn't even reach the news because of technology. Why it's reached news. And no, CNN, you could sue me, but I know, say, if that tape got to you, you would have had to ask a question before you press play on that tape. But unfortunately, social media breaks every single rule. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Of control. When it's out there, and my advice is, guys, you know, don't pull out videos thinking that you can delete it within 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And say something silly. Because I'm afraid everything's captured. Yeah. So guys, definitely put it out there. And that's for artists when you're trying to say something and you're having to rant. Be very careful. See the video and be careful what you put out there because you can contact. But that's artist coaching out the way. Let's focus. Now I wore a car carne. Now I don't know how Wisdom calls it. Everyone says I say it wrong. Car carne.
You're from Birmingham, man. Everything you say is wrong.
But in Birmingham, they tell me that I say everything wrong, man. You know what I mean? So I'm just a Jamaican dad that says nothing right. You know what I mean? You know, ones that what's his name? Steven. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Is his name Cheddar?
You get your certificate, yeah, and all that kind of stuff, yeah.
Listen, man, this is the way I'm telling you how it's said and spelled. But either way, car carne, bro. Like when we was teenagers, yeah. You know, that was the gun, but whoa, we spent P on them trousers, you know, but them jeans, you know, that was big money clothes. There was imports, you know what I mean? Yeah. You had knockoff Nigel versions, you know what I mean? You had, you know what I mean? It was the thing to wear. And the joke was, Tupac and Biggie, the two biggest rappers, were endorsing that brand, yeah? And as a rapper, yes, you know, literally, you know, you look back and everybody had to wear a car. Like, if you didn't wear a car carne that season, you were not it. You know what I'm saying? And it was they had Fabu at the time. You had, what's it, Cross Colors at the time.
colours.
Yeah,
Yep.
and these gums, we were flooding out, coming out with things. The whole, I would say, the boomerang season, boomerang with, you know what I mean, Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
The
All
whole,
them movies,
all the videos. The first one was Juice that came out, and they were like, ooh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Boys in the Hood, bro. Boys in the Hood. How have you gone down? We have not beaten Boys in the Hood yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Moralistically,
Yeah.
you know, we sorry guys, if you're thinking that you're listening to two old men talking about nostalgic things, you are listening to two old men listening. You know what I mean? But the reality show is that I am shocked that we was doing a correct film like Boys to Men, and we end up doing the dross that we're doing today. You know what I mean? Because guys, look back to Boys to Men. The meaning through that, there's some powerful meanings and moralistic things coming across through that show, and and for us to digress to this day is crazy. Now, it was obviously Karkane back in the day, cross callers, where the black fought us, bias for boo. You know what I mean? We were buying the stuff for about 2 years, 3 years.
Okay, then it's on to things like Rockaware and
Yes. True.
Back from all of those.
Yeah. No, thanks for because there are been closed afterwards, like by artists and so on like that. Still, yeah. But now, the reason why, guys, I kind of probably highlighted this, I'm like going, hold on a second now, right? We're sticking up our fist in the middle of London or Birmingham or whichever city or wherever you are in the world, yeah. And I'm asking to you, like, I'm wearing an Adidas t-shirt. Now, I'm not saying I don't want to be going and coming across like you only buy from your community. I'm not saying that, you know what I mean? What I'm saying is that, hold on a second, is this going to be a fad again? You know what I mean? You know, is this going to be, I'm getting messages saying support black businesses. Both myself and Wisdom, we have been technically entrepreneurs for the past 20 years in the music industry. And if we're supported our own people, we will be in a different place right now. Yeah. Now, Wisdom, do you feel, I've been told by a couple of people that this feels different to the past. Now, you like myself, you're old enough to see the blossoming of our teenager years, but also when we were children, the major riots in the 80s, around the country. In there was some major riots in Handsworth. There was major riots in London where we just had enough, you know. Yeah. And is this something different going on right today?
I would say yes.
Okay.
I think that it's about. I think now the other side of revolution is kind of ready. And what I mean by that is revolution works on two levels. You get a lot of people making noise in public about a thing, and then you have people in private who are in positions of authority to have a conversation.
Cool.
And I think that what we lacked when we had the new Crossfire in the 90s, or when we had the Brixton riots or the Handsworth riots, we could make noise. We had nobody to represent us in the corridors of power. So what would happen is, yes, we're making noise, that's all cool, and there's the attention on it, but that tension slowly dies down and the news moves on to Madeleine McCann or whoever else it is.
Wow.
And there's nobody having a conversation in the background off the back of that with people that matter. So that it stops being an issue and it gets placated by, okay, so the BBC has far more ethnic diversity in its presenters, whereas the producer staff are still all white middle class people with, you know, who've gone to university and been to private school. Do you know what I mean? But yes, you've now got black presenters. That's cool, because that's a bit we see. Yeah. But that entire newsroom behind you, that's where the actual decisions get made, and that was where the issues lie. And I think what's happening now is we're definitely in a position where there are more people to start having conversations in Parliament and in governing bodies of things. And, you know, it's been interesting to me to note that actually the two areas where there's been most vocal about the issues of Black Lives Matter and black people and talent has been music and sports. Yeah. Because those are the two areas where we're known for the most. But believe me, these same conversations need to be happening in law in politics, in journalism, in loads of different sectors, in transportation. Actually, that's also been an interesting thing that COVID, strangely, has done. If it wasn't for COVID, they probably wouldn't be having a conversation about how important ethnic minorities are to the NHS and to the care generally across the nation.
Yeah.
Everybody knows about singing and knows about football, but people weren't paying attention to the NHS.
Yeah.
The fact that was the matter was that the majority of people working in the NHS, definitely in large cities, were mainly of ethnic minorities.
Yeah.
This has brought, actually, COVID brought more of a light on that, which has been combined now with Black Lives Matter movement. So I think that because they're having to have that conversation, like why did so many more people from the ethnic minority succumb to COVID? You can't then stop having the conversation about, well, why are our music industries this way? Why are there barely any black people represented in the governing of football or in the governing of other sports organizations and things like that, where black people represent a large part of the playing stuff. So yeah, I think that I do think that there's something different.
100%. There's a different vibe. My country, what I try to be, and I don't want to, when you gotta be careful how you say things. But what I try to say to my to people out there, when you're talking conversation with black people, you're like going, just remember, we've got to do our part. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. When there's a part we have to. And what I would say, 100%. It's just a shame, bro. Yeah, when we were not on it in our generation in terms of becoming lawyers and accountants, you can see our counterparts from the ghetto, the Asian guys, they were on it being lawyers, and look at where they are now, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I have to hats off to them dudes. When we were going, man's got to go uni, and everyone's laughing at them and whatsoever, and people going, you living in your mom's house together and laughing at. Then now, running the country.
Now Pretty Patel is literally the Home Secretary. Now, like, when I was growing up, and I don't mean this in any negative way, most of the corner shops I knew, everybody had a Mr. Patel, right? All of my corner shops, that was the name that everyone, everywhere had a Mr. Patel. What we weren't aware of is that Mr. Patel was using that shop to put his children through private school.
Exactly.
And it's those children who are now running the country. And I think that, again, that's one of the reasons why, we have to learn to get into places of authority.
100%.
I actually had a conversation with a friend of mine who works at Stonewall, which is the LGBT charity. We had a really interesting conversation, and I said to him, he's one of my neighbours and close friends, and he worked for Stonewall for years, and we had a really interesting conversation which worked on the basis of, okay, homosexuality went from being illegal to being celebrated in 60 years. How did you do that? And he said something very interesting. He said that we had two fronts. We had outrage, who were making noise and chaining themselves to stuff and having protests. And then there was Stonewall, who was having private conversations with political leaders and journalists and media. And because we had those two things happening at the same time, people's attention was brought to the noise, but people's minds were changed by the sitting down and having a cup of tea. And that's where I feel the importance is now within this of, and also the other factor is in that is that, and he was quite honest about the fact that they can hide in plain sight, whereas we can't. Our issue has been now for black people is, are white people taking on our struggle and fighting on our behalf? That seems to be something that's changing. See Piers Morgan.
The Arsenal fan.
I'm going to say that again. Piers Morgan actually fighting on the behalf of what he sees as injustice. That's a sea change. That's something. Normally you wouldn't have the right-wing media supporting this kind of movement. I think that's when people like that start seeing that there's a difference. People who think like that start thinking, oh, maybe there's a problem here.
Yeah.
You know, you can have all the liberals in the world can be on your side.
Okay.
That when we change the mindset of the more right wing, when the right wing people start saying, "Nah, there's a problem here," we can see that there's a problem here. That's when we start changing.
Oh, yeah, 100% massive, and you know what, bro? Like that's a very valid point. You know, in terms of the people who are saying, okay, right, this is just in blatant, this is blatantly out there. Now, that leads me on to my other question. You know, obviously we're feeling that the vibe is going the right way, even though it's painful, bro, to say that. You know, we're saying to our sons, we both got sons, that yo, just be careful, you know, and we explain to them how to behave when you get stopped. Don't be, you know, we're going through how we had to operate when the police stops us. Listen, you got nothing to hide, so be calm. Don't be aggressive. Guys, you might sound a bit strange. I have to explain to the next generation of black men how to operate in front of policemen. You know what I mean? Because you do not want to get caught the wrong way. You know what I mean? So for me, we're having to do that explanation now, which is very frustrating.
Yeah, it's funny. Like in America, there was an advert about the talk a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And there was a whole heap of outrage in America about it because most of the white community weren't aware that black people generally have to have the talk to their children about, you're out and the police stop you, you need to be careful, you need to approach it in a certain way, blah, blah. That was because most of the white community in America saw the police as their protectors, whereas most of the black community in the US saw them as potential murderers.
Yeah.
I didn't see them that way. And we've always had that thing now, you've got to be careful and you know, and it extends past the police, it extends into the way that you work, you know, that the question you have specifically if you're a black woman, for example, about do I wear my hair naturally or not? Because what are my bosses going to say? Is this going to cause me a problem? You know what I mean? Those kind of conversations and stuff that we've been having. And, you know, I've often said, because I train young people how to operate in middle class environments.
Okay.
Thing called opportunity training. And I've always come from the point of view of it's not about changing who you are, and but it's about knowing how to present who you are in the circumstance you're in. And I'd often given the example of, you know, I'm a Liverpool supporter, you may know.
Yeah.
And my company has season tickets at the Emirates Stadium. So whenever Liverpool play Arsenal, I go.
Yeah,
it means I need to see Arsenal there.
Yeah.
So now I'm not going to go wearing my Liverpool shirt. I don't stop being a Liverpool fan. And I'm not going to jump up and down every time we score, which we do. Right? I'll be respectful of the environment that I'm in.
Yeah.
It doesn't change who I am. But a friend of mine, I gave that example, and a friend of mine made an example, came back at me or something yesterday, which has also made me think. But so that's a really good example. But what happens if you're in the away end for every game?
Wow.
How annoying.
Oh, wow. Oh, whoa.
That's all right for a one-off. And that's what we've been living through. We've been living in the away end.
Wow.
Trying to watch and trying to succeed. And it gets tiring. And I think that that's the part now that needs to, I want to see worked on and being changed. And people, rather than me having to hide the fact, people be like, okay, fair enough, you're a Liverpool supporter, you got that ticket, fair enough, just be respectful. Cool, but we'll accept you as you are. That's the place I think that we need to be able to get.
Oh, bro, that is absolutely like we are in the continual away end. That is just like, yo, that's like when the ones where you like this, oh, like, oh,
that hit me hard, bro. That hit me hard,
bro. That's that, bro. I'm just absorbing that one, man. We in, bro. Come like Tottenham beginning of the season, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Always in the away game. You know what I'm saying? And then you play at home and it's still away. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's like, you remember Arsenal was at Tottenham was at Wembley. Arsenal's done the whole Wembley thing, and it's not quite your home. You know what I mean? But that's that. But it's not even like that. It's like going to Everton every week. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You know, but let's not talk about Marnie winning off at Black Lives Matter part. But anyway, so let's not talk about. But anyway, no, 100%. Now, on another point, and this is what's weirded me out this period as well, you know, and that's that way end is a strain. Now, not all of us go to black-led churches, and not all of us go to white-led churches, yeah? And there's a good proportion of people that go black-led churches who are black, and a good portion of people that go to white-led churches, the ALGs, the ELMs, the Christian centers out there. And now we got one extreme, the black-led church is just getting a head round, grasping out of the Windrush mentality of like, you know, we grew up, you know, I don't know about yourself, Wisdom, but I've seen the white Jesus on the walls going into grandma's yard, you know what I'm saying, you know, so the concept of Jesus not being white is something that's alien to the black-led church, you know what I'm saying? It's like, can I say it? Yeah. And then you've got the flip side, where the white-led church is like this, we're going to heaven, man. I don't preach color, I preach God. You know what I'm saying? Which I get, you know what I mean? Yeah, I get it. You know, and I'm like, there's a bag of us in the middle now going, right, you just don't get me. You know what I'm saying, bro? Wherever I go, you just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? We're not saying that, you know, we want to put color, you know what I mean, above. But listen, the moment I step out of church, when I go into church, anyone hugs me. They're not even bothered if what color I am. They're cool. Everyone's quiz, you know what I mean? And even if I see the same people on the street, they'll give me a hug same way. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the moment that I step out, yeah? I'm going back into the system. A moment that I won't get contracts because of my color. I won't get, you know what I mean? Even my own people won't listen to me quicker because of my color, because they've been indoctrinated that much. You know what I'm saying? You know? And it's like, you know, church-wise, how are we going to move forward as, you know, narrators in the creativity, Christian expression, you know, out there entertainment wise, yeah? And we look back, because we're out in the fields, you know, bro. We're out in the fields doing our things, and we look back and we're dealing with the crossfire of clever lyrics, clever words, and all that business going on. And we look back and we're going, yo, the church ain't even got my back. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Our back's not covered. You know, how are we going to get, you know what I mean? How are we going to convince these guys to actually get it, bro?
Oh,
Because it's hard enough, the government.
I think one thing that's as well that's come out of this is that the reason why often white people will say they don't see colour is because they don't necessarily have to ever think in terms of their race.
Yeah.
Whereas we as black people kind of always do, whether, you know, as in, just as an example, like if I'm going on holiday and I want to go into Europe, I will often ask somebody who's been, what's Spain like? Or what's Italy like? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody will know what I mean. Is like, is it racist, basically?
Yeah. Well, go on, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and I've been to Barcelona and had people just ignore me in a restaurant, like, and not serve me, and all sorts of other stuff that's kind of gone on. Generally, as you know, and this is one of the reasons why, well, a lot of times black people don't travel because we don't always feel comfortable. If I just decide to walk up to Belarus, like,
yeah.
Whereas, you know, you'll hear white people like, oh yeah, I just went trekking around Nepal, like, you know,
bro, you don't go to Romania and come back, bro. You don't go into them Transylvania woods, bro. You're not coming out of them, bro. Man's gonna be a sacrifice.
Whereas white people generally don't have that. They don't need to have that even conversation. And I think as a result of that, bringing it back to the church is a great example. I don't know if they've noticed, we talk about white-led churches. They don't. They talk about church.
Yeah.
Maybe talk about black majority churches, but they won't refer to themselves as white churches. When we were in, you know, I remember Djay, we used to refer to it as the CCM master.
Yeah.
Because we knew what it meant, right? They did it. So now this whole issue is, you know, and I'm very big at the moment on trying to explain to people and giving people a definition for what racism is, because I think a lot of people actually don't know what it is. And having worked in an organisation that took a lot of gap year students who'd been to Soul Survivor and brought them to inner city London to have them work on an estate in Lewisham. Their understanding of cultural, everything equals up, and it's, they've been at village gates and various other businesses, and it's a very, very different world. So now coming to terms with all of this and having conversations about unconscious bias, it's probably even newer for the church, because in their mindset, we're all, we're not of any colour, we're all of spirit, everybody, and they don't necessarily have a full understanding, of what, black members of their congregation may face. I mean, not exactly saying that. I got a friend who was a vicar in a church outside of Milton Keynes, and on one of his first services, he spoke about the kingdom, started talking about Miles Monroe, but no one in the audience knew who Miles Monroe was. Never had any understanding of the kingdom principles and things like that Miles Monroe spoke about.
Wow.
It's about culture, and white Christian culture doesn't necessarily hasn't necessarily lent itself to the black experience. It's, it's not, white churches don't necessarily go out of their way to have a gospel choir. And when I say gospel choir, I don't mean just people.
Yeah.
I mean, full on Fred Hammond.
Yeah.
I haven't come here to entertain you. I've come to lead you to the gospel. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, this is a new conversation. It's been amazing to see some of the some videos from churches in the States in particular where, they've been asking for repentance from the black members of their own congregation.
Bro, like, I ain't seen that over here, I tell you that straight, bro.
Yeah, that's like, wow.
That's like, I ain't doing that because I'm not guilty, you know what I mean? But they don't realize it's not like, so you mentioned we have had conversations in the past and you spoke about yourself with Green Jade and, seeing the disproportionality of investment from the music scene in the UK, yeah? And not even the UK, even worldwide this happens, We've seen, I don't think you could name a time in my lifetime where black music wasn't popular, yeah, or wasn't worth the investment, yeah. Now I'm a straight business. It makes sense to invest into us, but when you look into the Christian scene, like I'm talking about even the conversations with Fred Hammond. Fred Hammond will mention about back in the day, he would get hardly, even probably still to this day, the equivalents who are not black will get 10 times more investment than himself, yeah, and that happens in the UK. Oh, not because our music's different, because we are not white. Now, I guarantee you, if we had an Eminem type character coming through, you know what I mean, you'd see the money change, yeah. And you might say, Roger, that's a bit harsh, but guys, there's evidence to say that. Listen, we're not getting backed at all till this very day in this country. Not a quarter, not even 10%.
Oh, that's not even just gospel. That's just good. I mean, my Instagram over the weekend had a whole big piece going on about Misha B.
Misha B, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, and Lisa from
X Factor.
2011.
Yeah.
Where basically Lisa pulled out Misha B on stage. At the time, Lisa's 19 years old, telling her that you're the most talented person here, but you've got bad attitude. And you're making my other people cry on stage in national television. She just ruined the girl's career. Like, bang, no one's gonna touch you. Because obviously we all worry about the angry.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
You're one of them. So we're never going to touch you. And it's that. And I had to call it out because Lisa came back and said, I wasn't being racist, and I don't think she necessarily was maybe even aware of what her position of power was. She's now apologized, very interesting, and she's come back on the fact that I probably wasn't aware of how much power I had over this young person's career. I was thinking about supporting my but like, whoa, you know, literally that girl never really recovered and had PTSD.
Crazy.
And it's crazy, and these are the things that have been happening over and over in the industry. You know, after Misha B's come out, you know, what's her name, Alexandra Burke has spoken about what she faced, and you know, through her time on both X Factor and on Strictly, and how journalists have just wanted to put a good out for her. You know, there's Terry Walker, there's, you know, Beverly Knight, there's so many people.
Wow.
And that's like female art. If you think about it, has there been in terms of chart success, the most successful dark-skinned black singer in the UK, hits-wise, has been Keisha Buchanan's Sugar Babe. She came out 20 years ago.
Oh yeah, true.
She got more hits than Beverly Knight. She got more hits than Angel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would say the girl in Little Mix is now probably the most successful black female artist in the UK.
Wow.
In terms of hits.
Yeah.
But Little Mix has bad problems with their stuff.
Wow.
So, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, and even, you know, taking another example, drum and bass. Drum and bass started off with jungle.
Yes.
And, came up in the scene mainly through black producers like Shy Effects and songs like, you know, Original Matter and all of this.
Yeah.
Drum and bass is almost exclusively white. No young black kids grow up necessarily making drum and bass. But most of the people in the drum and bass are private school educated, middle class white.
True.
Yeah, and there's just been a big focus since Black Out achieved it. Hold on, how has this gotten to be the case? You know what I mean? Because a lot of, and it seems out, a lot of the black women say, artists just felt like this scene doesn't even want us.
Yeah.
So we'll go into the we can make stuff up.
Wow. And that is like absolutely you know what, still yet this is why they just need to listen, bro. You know what I'm saying? And this is the time where I believe that some people are actually tweaking ears to listen. And I will just have to, you know, have to kind of like encourage us. Let's do. Also, it's hard to hold back your frustration when you're trying to explain to some people. And you might have to do what Jesus did, man. Jesus had to use some parables, use the away games, man. You know what I'm saying? Use the football games. Like, yo, you're going to be in away fans. You know what I mean? Now, imagine being in away fans for the rest of your life. Like, hold on, blood. Nah, there's gonna be a time where I can let loose. No, imagine your whole life you're holding back your true emotion, you're holding back everything, you're having to hide who you really are, you know. And what was amazed me, I watched Hard Talk on BBC News, bro, yeah, that they interviewed the guy, the editor behind Vogue, who's a black guy, innit? You know what I mean? Yeah, you've been there for about 20, 30 years. They roughed him up, man. You know what I mean? Because I said, yo, where have you been? You know what I mean? Why wasn't you pushing the agenda, you know what I mean, for black people, letting people in? And his attitude was, that wasn't my job to do that. And now this is what we need to realize that, yo, guys, who makes it? It is if you're going to walk and turn your back, we're going to end up in the same place every single time. We need to take kind of responsibility for our community and stop being individual, making RP an individual. So my encouragement for the creatives that we do become successful. Don't forget who you are and enjoy it. We see with footballers, innit, bro? Like, you see the footballers run around with their people, and then when they get to 33, 34, like Marcel Dasseli, oh, I'm from Ghana. When he starts going to Ghana, where before he's running around with Deschamps, and I see him just there with his, you know, in Monaco, enjoying himself. And then, in the end of the career, we're like, oh, I'm actually from Ghana. I'm gonna start investing into Ghana. But I'm saying that, okay, why do we keep on having to do this? Why can't we, from the beginning, know who we are, open up doors, and make changes? You know what I'm saying, bro?
Well, it's funny. I mean, I can speak for the guys that I know, in the sense that, like, you mentioned Mane earlier.
Yeah.
Mane, like,
big.
He was a documentary recently. Like, he's got schools and hospitals and all sorts of stuff in Senegal. The man's got, he's been pictured walking out Anfield with a broken iPhone 6.
Yeah. I seen that, man. It's like, yo.
You know what I mean? Like, and I think there is the difference is they went into football with the mindset of I'm going to build.
Yeah.
Is their mindset. It wasn't simply I'm just going to get some stuff. No, I'm here because I had an intention to build back home. I mean, EA Drogba was amazing at that.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize the point where the Ivory Coast went to war. I mean, there was a civil war that was in the Ivory Coast, and I think it was around the time of the big international football competition. He took the whole team on TV, got on their knees and prayed.
Yes, I heard about it. Yeah.
They stopped fighting.
Yeah.
That's incredible. But it does need to be
more people
going in.
Yeah.
Mindset. For me, as an example, right? And sometimes it's about self-belief. I was like, right, okay, this charity is going to pay me to do stuff for kids, and even though it's not a lot of money, I feel like I'm doing something worthwhile. Until I got to a point where I was like, actually, you know what? You have some worth and some value. Why don't you go back in the industry? The industry doesn't know how to encourage you to in different areas. And that's specifically why I came to Kuwada, because independent companies banging the music industry that has a lot of respect, but they don't know how to do what I'm doing. And as a result of that, I'm in places and having conversations with people from all sorts, but because of the authority of the place that I'm in, and it is about people thinking about strategically. Don't just take the talent and go, okay, I didn't become rich as an artist, so I'm just going to go and be an accountant. My mum told me to. Like, you know what I mean? For me, it's like, I need to take what I'm learning. I need to put it on a level where my knowledge is in a currency that has value, that can change things.
True. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, for real?
But it takes for there to be people in authoritative positions to be able to inspire other people.
To raise up, and 100%, you know what I mean, times like flow, because we can go in, bro, but but some great points which you raised there, bro, like we need to bring up our children. We need to be putting out the narrative out there right now, saying that like, know who you are. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Don't be scared of what you see in the mirror. i.e. Marabatelli. But anyway, so yeah, we're not gonna out that too hard. But we're gonna know who we are, and go in the industry, and something that I'll just encourage guys. Let's correctly bring across what people need to know and notice, and what we're suffering as a people. You know what I mean? The struggles that we do have, and I feel like sometimes we've done well to ignore it. And in this season, you know what I mean, it's really opened up, it's made us look at our scars, you know what I mean? It's made us look like, you know what I mean, like look at us go, you know what? We can't, you know what I mean? We can't keep on going through this. We can't take these licks anymore. We cannot do it, And go on, sorry, bro.
To add into that, like, I think a big part of it is that we also, on the other side, the businesses need to change, but we also need to educate our own people as to how to survive in those environments, and how to thrive in those environments, and they've got skills and they know how to have the banter and the talk and be succeed in those environments. It's like living at altitude.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be comfortable on the ground, but if you're going to live at 30,000 feet above sea level, there's certain things and certain training that you need to be able to have just to survive up there. You know what I mean? And that's not because there's something wrong with you. It's just that that's what the environment requires.
True.
And I think that more of that, I remember when we were doing Spring Harvest back in the day, there was no other black acts doing it. And what I'd found out was because they used to hire choirs to come, but choirs are so unreliable and so diva demanding. When they finally signed up, and they were there 15 of them, that it just became so much of a headache that decided that there was one that had any black acts to do.
Wow.
And because we were there on time, we were
Yeah.
we always delivered. We got
Yeah.
what we were doing. We were engaging with people. They loved us. We kept booking us like 3-4 years on the trot. And I've learned that, boy, some environments, certain games, you've got to have to learn how to
That's a good point.
We take, you know, if now the spotlight is on, we better have people to deliver.
A game,
If
yeah,
we drop this,
yeah.
it come back our way.
I know.
We need to be able to show them that we're not just the type. We know what we're doing.
Oh, bro, that's blessed, man. Yo, A game, guys. Absolute A game in this time. When the spotlight is on us, we need to come with an A game, the way we bring across things, where we do things, and just who we are, man. Wisdom, enough love, man. You know what I'm saying? Respect, man. Cause I called him in, man, and said, yo, bro. And he sent me over some picture now. I've been wearing some Carl Kanye clothes. So we're going to have a clash. You know what I mean? A clash. So who looks fresher? Of course, you know who looks fresh. Yo. But listen up, bro. You know what I mean. Man City's still the league champions at the moment. Still, you know what I mean. So we carry on celebrating that for the meanwhile anyway. Still, bro. But there's enough love, bro. And don't worry, I know there will be a time we can have a conversation, bro. But guys, don't worry, man. The Liverpool fight.
When he comes, you will know.
All right, guys, unfollow Father Wisdom right now. Listen, man, take care, brother. Yeah, God bless, man. Anyway, bye. Guys, a great cover there still with bro Wisdom still. Anyway, still, you know, let's flip over to that's me and there still. Yeah, you know what, guys? You know, man, I knew the conversation will dominate today's show, and I purposely did it so today's show was dominated by that conversation. You know, if you couldn't hear his vocal too well, I'm going to tweak it up so the playback will be a lot more clearer, so I can just, you know, turn him up a bit more still in the mix anyway. But that was just great anyway still, yeah, about us just touching base there. There's a, you know what I mean? So, guys, a couple points there I wanted to really, especially the last point, the spotlight's on us, and we need to come true, guys. We need to come correct. We need to be on our A game. So, guys, my encouragement is now, guys, you know, for us to, as a people, you know, guys, to step up our game, you know, support each other, you know what I mean? And going back to the Carl Kanye point, you know what I'm saying? Let's support our businesses. Let's be out there. And it's not about, only spend it with them, but just support them, you know. And we slipped over to, you know, artistry, how we presented things, the restrictions and the frustrations out there, guys. But there's great ways to bring across the point so people can understand what we're going through. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to shout all the time. We can just say in a palatable way that people can get it and actually feel it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just Roger here, alongside my boy Wisdom. Today, I thought we'd just have a conversation in today's show because we're going through a lot anyway still as our people. But here's a tune still that I bumped into that fits Broken Hearts by, you know what I mean, just summertime, you know what I mean? So I had to play a bit of this kind of vibe still anyway still, yeah? It's called Broken Hearts, man. I'm not going to do that radio voice and type. Anyway, I'm not going to do it. Yo, big tune still.
Miracle, I'm waiting on a miracle. Ready to receive all the things I believe for. There are so many things I believe for. Healing, Lord, arms open for my healing, Lord. Ready to release all the things I've carried so long. I've carried for too long. Where do all the broken hearts go? Where do we find you? Where can I find you? Where do all the broken hearts go? Where do we find you? Where can I find you? Where do all the broken hearts go?
yeah, guys, we're gonna be ending off with a track from Imposters by SO. Enough love to everybody. We had a great convo with Wisdom. Yo, that's gonna be some editing afterwards anyway. So yeah, this is how we're gonna do it on the Lift Show. But listen, check us out on the Lift Show. Hashtag the Lift Show, man. Just check us out there, man. You know, we're on most media platforms out there anyway. Still, yeah. But we're having some good fun right here anyway. Still, yeah. And this is really a track called Imposters by SO. This is Roger over now. And listen, guys, you know, no fraud things. Let's represent properly. Let's be business-like and loving.
I don't want to cause no problems.
You're not here to cause no problems.
I live my life, but I keep on hearing about nonsense.
Roger,
Me and my
over
dogs
now.
ain't mobsters, but you know when you see imposters, we know how to read them faces, same way you know how to read them comments. If you want to talk, let's talk, but around here, make sure you walk and your talk is constant. Hey, I seen it all before. I heard chat that they all adore. 1 week looking like they all aboard. Next day, they don't even walk the walk. I've been here since I bust down Aqua, cutting through Astor, all black master. Now I'm too grown for acting gaffer, trying to pay off my Madre's gaff cuz. Took the wife and there's a rotty that speak. Add the spice to calamari, that's me. My advice off the order I seen. Christ alone, he don't promise you. Psh, don't say that. You know that man don't pay that. Trying to stunt in your rentals. I too wanna cry at a Maybach. I don't wanna cause no problems. I just wanna live my life, but I keep on hearing about nonsense. Me and my dons ain't mobsters, but you know when you see imposters, we know how to read them faces, same way you know how to read them comments. If you wanna talk, let's talk, but around here, make sure you walk and your talk is constant. What nonsense? I don't wanna hear about guns, I know you ain't here like the post was sponsored. You ain't never been down junction, you ain't never hit no truncheons, you ain't never hit no blocks in your mouth rub, you ain't never peeled no onions. You don't really look so G to me. Fly wife out for the scenery, go blue jays for the eatery. Then I come back where I need to be. A black man who ain't move so easily. One grievance is the money or God that you're preaching. You ain't talking that poor Lord Cephas. You don't know peace if you don't know Jesus. I live in a place where we all got mashes, no permit, and we all could back it. Even a hermit under his jacket, still that peace couldn't conjure a challenge. No, my man looking like a savage soul. Still we don't know what he has to know. Ain't we men to be saving souls? Not them houses and faking loans. Go tell mom that I'm writing again. I don't wanna hear you were right in the end. Wrote this here for my guys in the ends. Those still stuck in that social housing know that they won't
This
slice
is
with a
Roger
pen.
over and out.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.